I'm definitely not throwing the ping pong balls in the air for this attempt. I think we'll just keep it fun. Welcome to the podcast. Hey, Buckle here. Welcome back to another episode of Practical Kids Ministry, the podcast where we help you, whether it's your very first time serving in kids ministry or you're like me, you've been doing it forever and ever. We want to help you. We want to equip you with really practical ways for you to be the most incredible leader in the room. And we want to thank you for putting your hand up for serving in kids ministry. I mean, it's not easy, but it is incredibly fulfilling. Now, those that know me, my name is Buckle, by the way. I am the CEO and founder of Link Ministries Network. We're on our purple set. What is this? This is Noah, our general manager. Where are we right now?
We are on our primary location. We are here where we shoot all of our content for our grades 3 to 6 kids or upper primary content. And it's the most fun. It's
I love this room.
Filming on this set.
Now, just so you know as well, we won't go too deep, but go check it out. Head over to the Link Crew on YouTube as well. You can see out some of the videos, or head over to lmnetwork.com.au/podcast. Everything is on that page as well. We're building a gaming setup that way for kids. So we're going to be playing like video games. We've got a TV there. It's a big TV, which is pretty cool. And we provide all of our content to churches for free. We're crowdfunded. We're able to make sure that money isn't a barrier for kids hearing the gospel through you, the local church. And the only reason we can do that is because of we're crowdfunded. And so it's from the financial support of people like you that we're able to give this to churches for free. We'll talk a little more about that at the end, how you can partner with us to keep it all going. But today, we're continuing a brand new series that we call 5 Foundations of Kids Ministry. Now,
so keen.
At the start, you might have heard me say that I'm not throwing the ping pong balls in the air. Noah, what attempt at filming this episode is this?
This is attempt numero tres, number 3, because we did number 1 and it was honestly
amazing.
Fantastic. Genuinely, I was like, wow, this is gold. Everyone's going to love it.
I know, we got off set and we're like, that's the greatest content we've ever made. One of the microphones was not set correctly, and it basically sounded like it was coming through an old Casio calculator. It was just distorted. It was terrible. So then and in the first one, I threw a bucket of ping pong balls in the air.
And it was awesome. It was fun. It was awesome. It was exciting. And then we realized, oh wait, that's and we even said, Buckley even said, I'm so glad we had to do this once because we aced it.
I can't believe I said that.
And here we are.
But then round 2, we'd already filmed like 5 episodes and we're like so tired that it was terrible. So we're going again, number 3. And so if you haven't seen episode 1, which actually came out last night for us, head over to that web address. We did the first of our 5 foundations, which is make it safe. It's all about helping equip you to run kids ministry safely. And when we do that, it allows us to go to week 2, which is now make it fun. And so I've got a few points, but like I said, every week, these are going to be hyper practical. It's going to help you. It's not going to be high level fluffing. It's going to be, what do I actually do? And we're also going to honor your time because we know a lot of you might be parents or you've got businesses or jobs or studying. And so we want to make sure this time is valuable, but we also want to have a chat and build some relationships. So Let me quickly give you a couple of high levels just to give us the framework, but then we're going practical. So first thought, fun is not a distraction from ministry. Fun is often the doorway into it. And
Absolutely.
So it's those fun moments with kids and with families where we're laughing till we cry. Like it's those moments that kids remember forever. It's not every single preach or every single big point. It's that time when a leader got down and played and hung out and told funny jokes and kids laughed their brains out or did something crazy that they remember. And it's often a bridge building opportunity, right? Fun allows us to build a bridge from someone that might be nervous. We talked about making it safe last week and practically, physically safe, but also do they feel safe? Once they're safe, we can use fun to now bridge into relationship where we can speak Jesus into their life, which we'll cover a little later. And then the last thing here, I love this, is fun isn't just for laughs. It's a stepping stone to trust, to connection, and ultimately in our context, a stepping stone to Jesus.
Yeah, it's good, Buckle.
So now, I want to share the first point here. Like we said, these are practical ways. The first one I have here is, okay, well, I'm a volunteer. This might be my very first time serving in kids. And I heard that we're doing a dress up. You recently told me about a time you guys dressed up in Kids Min.
Yes.
And it was amazing. So share the story.
So much fun, Buckle. Yeah, big story, guys, here on the podcast. You're going to love them, each and every one of them. But the story that we have for today is when our team found out that a couple of our additional needs kids loved Minions. The Minions. Banana.
Actually, this very morning, my daughter was watching Despicable Me 2.
So good.
Because she loves the Minions.
So funny. The Minions, banana, blah, 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 blah. It's just, they're so good. So then as a team, one of the additional needs leaders that we had say, hey, would it be okay? Do you think we could do a every leader dress up as a Minion?
Oh, that's cool.
And we were like, that sounds amazing. Like, what do you mean if we could, what if we, like, yes, the answer is yes.
Yeah.
And how are we going to make this work? So everyone, we set a date, we set a time. It was this service on this Sunday and everyone just rocked up all in there. I wore this yellow hoodie. I made goggles out of masking tape. Again, shout out masking tape for being the most.
I want to get sponsored by masking tape.
That would be my dream.
Like people get sponsored by like sign-in systems and kids programs. I'm like, I want to be sponsored by masking tape.
It is the most versatile piece of equipment you could ever have in your kids' ministry.
Have masking tape. We used to have like, we'd go and buy 30 rolls at a time and it would just live in the cupboard because there's always a use for masking tape.
There's always a use for masking tape.
We'll dig into a whole episode just on uses of masking tape. Maybe in the leadership series so we don't drag you guys into that.
I like that.
Pretty
I
awesome.
like that. So yeah, we made glasses out of masking tape, had my Minion shirt on, had my blue jeans, and then that was it. I was just walked around saying banana, and all the kids came in and were like, oh my goodness, are you a Minion? And I was like, yes. And they're like, banana. And it was just the best. It was just creating opportunities of fun. And for the children that were coming in that had a bit more nervousness, it was their first or second time, they're like, wow, this place is
It breaks down
enjoyable.
barriers. It breaks down barriers. When we are willing to have fun, we set the atmosphere in the room. And so this is my my one big, how do I remember this? How do I create a remember when moment?
Yep.
And so what I mean by that is when a kid comes up to me 2 weeks later, 2 months later, 2 years later, 2 decades later, buckle, do you remember when because what we do is in remember when moments, we build anchors in a kid's timeline of life where they can recall back to. And so, yes, that can be for the fun and for the community, but so often, like you consider like me as an adult going through, and I've been lucky enough that I was raised in a Christian family. And so I've never walked away from God, but I've got friends who did, they walked away from God. And they had these moments where they're struggling in life. And then all of a sudden, in the middle of their chaos, they have a remember when moment of something fun and safe that happened while they were in kids ministry at a church.
Yep.
And it's like, maybe I should go back.
100%. I've got like multiple friends that have actually shared that experience with me where it was actually them being raised even in the family, coming to church, enjoying kids ministry. I had fun in kids church. I walked away from faith because my family did, like we just grew up and we stopped coming to church. I recognized I had something missing and I recognized how much fun I had. So the fun in kids ministry brought them back to faith, brought them back to church and brought them back to our relationship.
So let's get practical. So my question for you is now, how do I make this fun? So you think through a run sheet, and if you don't know what a run sheet is, or if you don't have one, basically it's just how do we run kids on a Sunday? We're going to do a whole series of training for your leaders. So make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. I've already written the first 8 episodes.
So good.
And the first 10. And it's literally run sheet. How do I run a kids service? But we'll talk about that later. But it's like, all right, welcome at sign-in. Kids are rocking up. How do I make this fun?
Yep.
So we had one leader who just as a hobby liked magic.
That's
it's just what he did. So then when we got busy on Sundays and like maybe sign-in was taking longer, he'd walk around with like a ping pong ball or a pen. Actually, let me grab a ping pong ball. All right, I'm going to pull a ping pong ball out real quick. Yeah, I'm going pen and teller. Is that what we're going? And so he taught me this, and so I would use it all the time. You see a kid that's nervous, and so you'd be like, hey, have you seen this? Watch this, watch carefully. Look, I'm just going to put it here. You ready? Watch. It's gone.
Wow.
And then you'd make it appear like in your shoe or in your hat, and kids are like, what? And then what we do is be like, hey, I know another trick, but I've got to go and help sign in. Hey, go to the room and I'll show you. I'll come and find you in 10 minutes and I'll do another trick. And that kid was going from apprehensive to I have to be in kids because I want to see the rest of the trick.
And if you don't have a leader that happens to have magic or a leader that's up your sleeve that can be in sign-in, BUBBLES, bubbles. Bubbles, super easy. Like
bubbles.
$1, just wave a wand if you have a sign-in person. You can buy a machine that just spits it out randomly.
Yeah,
that occupies
so
children.
cheap.
It just makes the atmosphere so much more exciting and fun. Like, wow, kids is a place to be.
Yep.
It also just quietly helps parents know there's bubbles. That's probably where I go to sign my kids in. Like it's a very easy way to advertise, especially for myself. We're a bump in location.
Follow the bubbles.
We're away a little bit from where main auditorium is. So sometimes new parents can be like, oh, wait, where do my kids go? Where do I go? And just having bubbles at the sign-in area is like, that's where kids go.
And we're going to cover with the welcome sign-in process for your leaders in another series as well. So yeah, making it fun, right? So you got that. What about your welcoming at the door, right? When a kid first arrives, I know you were saying to me, you've got a rule that no kid can make it, like 5 years? You share the
steps.
rule.
Yeah, it's 5 steps. If they can't go 5 steps into the room without being greeted by a leader, it's just to ensure that when they come in, they feel like they have a relationship. They feel like they're being welcomed in, as we talked about with the Make It Safe. So with then it's then
high fives
absolutely
are the greatest.
High fives, fist bumps. It's, hey, let's go play a game together.
Question, high five. Everyone thinks it's just a high five moment. I had a leader who was like, how do I make this fun? And so what he would do is he'd give him a high five, be like, oh, you could do better than that. and you go higher, and then have to get to the point where kids are literally jumping, like doing the jump challenge to make the high five.
So
Took
good.
a simple high five and kids loved it. And
That's
obviously
awesome.
make it safe first. So clear the space, make it safe. But it was just an easy thing of how do I take this thing and make it fun? For example, okay, I got a story.
Tell me.
If have in your room, it's the greatest kids ministry resource.
Mm-hmm.
But one leader was like, how do I make this more fun? And we'll talk about making it better in a future week. But he's like, hey, okay, here's what we're doing, boys. If you need to draw a card, the deck isn't here, it's at the other end of the room. And
So
you basically would have to run, get a card, run back, and if you weren't back in time by the time it was back to your turn, you would actually miss a go.
That's awesome.
And he just added an element of fun. And it was chaos, and the boys loved it.
With that hang time, simple ways is make sure that you just have a variety of toys. We just want to make sure that we provide and cater for when that new child comes in and they go, oh, I really like Lego or I really like ball sports. You actually have both of them available. So just have a check of your hang time area. If you have a hang time area whether it's outside, inside, just see, hey, do I have a variety of toys to make sure that every kid probably could be like, that is fun for me.
And you might be like, I haven't got a big budget. 50-cent masking tape from a $2 shop and a $2 high ball bounce ball. Masking tape, a handball court, done. That's 20 boys cared for every week, every hang time for $1.50.
Yep.
Okay, let me read these through because we want this to be practical for you as a volunteer. So if there's a dress up or a theme week, get involved.
Yep,
Like
that's what we were saying before.
you care about your kids enough to sometimes put aside your inhibition, even if it is as simple as, okay, it's a Minion week, I'm going to chuck on a blue hat and a yellow hoodie. Like that's fine, but be a part of it, right? Build excitement. If a kid does something great, celebrate that moment.
On that buckle, we have a section in our run sheet now. It's dedicated. It's called our 5-minute celebration section. It's at the end of the service, and it's literally we have a card that says "Kid of the Service," and we give out to a service. We have a celebratory where the kids have done great behavior. They earn little prizes or little tickets along the way. So it means they can vote for the fun event that's happening at the end of the term.
Yeah, that's
so we're
cool.
building to an event.
Now, kids are speaking into the fun.
Exactly right. And they get to vote and what fun activities. So at the moment, the thing that's winning is a food frenzy competition that we're going to do at the end of the term. So they get to feel celebrated because, oh, my good behavior has allowed me to get to this element. We've got a kid of the week, that's that element. And then there's also the student of the week, which is a secret student who did best behavior. Everyone walks home with a lollipop if they've behaved well. So that section for us is we are not being fun in the traditional sense or funny, but we're creating an element to celebrate, to just highlight the kids, and they are enjoying it because they are celebrated. They get a lolly, which is always a win. And they always get to choose and anticipate the future fun, the event that is happening.
And Noah's actually done behavior management for kids. And so we're going to do a whole series on that. But it's good to know that fun can help with behavior management as well.
Absolutely.
And so we'll dig into that in another episode. But there's other things here that I wanted to quickly jump into. If you can see kids that are on the fringes, try and find a way to bring them fun. Ask them what they like. If the girls are doing a craft, get in and do a craft with them. And one fun way to make it work is ask them to help you.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, look, I'm not very good at this. Can you help me? And then loom bands, I know we have to be careful with little kids and chokables, but for older girls, they love creating jewelry. And so we would the girls would then make these wristbands for their female leaders to show them that they loved them, right? So we're creating these connection fun. And then those leaders would keep them.
Absolutely.
Because then the leader would go to the kid.
Whatever I've gotten.
Oh, yeah, we got one at the conference. Because then when you see that kid, the leader can say, hey, do you remember when you made this for me? And the fun allows us to connect. Now, this is the second part, which we did fun for kids. Now we can make it fun for families. And so this is where we're now equipping the parent via fun to have faith conversations.
Yeah, it's great.
So for example, the fun travels with the kid.
Always.
So I've got 3 kids, right? So I'll pick them up from school and they'll jump in the car and I'll be like, how was your day? Yeah. What'd you do today? Yeah. And that's all I can get out of them.
Yep.
But what we would do in KidMin is because we crafted a fun experience, when a parent would come to the door, we would start the conversation. Hey, today me and Johnny and the boys, we made this brand new game of Uno, or how do you say it? Well, that's another topic. And so what we started doing, and you'll see the kids started to get excited. Then you'll be like, actually, no, Johnny, you say it because you'll be able to explain it better than me. Then Johnny's like, oh, so what we did was, and now the parents getting to hear from their child as they walk out. So now they're having a conversation as a parent-child just by you as a leader, not the key leader, just a volunteer in the room, being aware of the fun you created and then celebrating it to the parent. And often that can then lead into, oh, that's amazing. Hey, Johnny, what else did you learn today? Oh, well, we got this preach from the Link Show. Buckle talked about how God wants to equip us to change the world. And I can do it. I don't have to wait till I'm an adult. I can serve Jesus now. And now the parent and the kid are having a faith conversation because of fun.
Absolutely. Even on that as well, like if we can share, hey, what did we do? But also if the kid just did a great job, like this can be as simple as, hey, Johnny was awesome today. I just want to say,
in the small group.
Highlight one thing of what they did and why they're awesome. We always don't want to just say they're awesome and it's a blanket statement over the child, but it's actually what they have done.
Yep.
It's hey, I really appreciated how they listened and they did this, or they played this really fun, or they led the team, whatever it could be. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a remember when event, but it's a remember how you helped me event. I guess it's the same thing, but it's
awesome. Well, actually, it nails my last point here for the family one is, as a volunteer, ask yourself this question: how can I send a kid home today with a story worth telling?
Yeah, it's good.
Like, how can I send a kid home today with a story worth telling? We don't want the parent to have to draw it out of them. We want the kid to be so excited,
so pumped.
Like before they even get in the car, the kid's already around. We have to come back next week because we did the game today and our team is on like 80 points, but the other team's on 85. We're so close. We're going to beat them. It's going to be amazing. We have to wear green next week because it's a try. Like the kid just goes. You don't have to be funny. We love this idea for you as a leader. You don't have to be funny. You don't have to be a comedian. You just have to be intentional about being fun.
Yeah, creating fun elements.
Are you fun to be around, you know? Which means being willing to jump into the craft, jump into the game, be a little bit silly in a safe way. Now, lastly, because I know we're nearly out of time, fun for leaders.
Oh,
what does it look like for you on the front line right now to make it fun to serve together?
I think the biggest thing is that, like, we talk about how fun is contagious. So sometimes we can be like, oh, why aren't the kids having fun in the room? Are you having fun in the room?
Yeah.
Like, let's actually reflect on ourselves before we force
Are you having fun? Yes. Have you told your face? Because your face obviously doesn't know that you're having fun because it doesn't look like it.
Yeah, so it's just creating opportunities of like little fun moments. Like that can be making little inside jokes. It could be creating times where, even if it's kids ministry where sometimes it can have tougher days and easy days, you're going through it together. So when you feel like there's a bit of camaraderie around it, it's like, nah, it's okay because we're just sending it. The day is hectic. It is what it is.
It's Gastro Sunday. Half the team haven't rocked up. Kids are grumpy, throwing tantrums. It's a full moon. I don't know why that matters, but it seems to.
Yep. But here we are.
We're here. We got this.
Exactly right.
And we're creating a remember when moment, even out of something that was tough.
Absolutely. And practically how you can build that sort of rapport relationship of, hey, we're in it together, let's go, is little things like, I was listening to another podcast talking about just the importance of middle names. Just ask people what their middle names are.
Yeah,
it's not abrasive. It's just like, hey, what's your middle name? And then suddenly it's like when something funny happens, it's just like, oh, Buckle Smith Buckle. That's not Buckle's first name or last name. But anyway, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like
I get it.
It's like, then it creates this bit of, that's funny. Like so elements like that, or pets' names or things like that, where it's like
get to know each other.
Little things that aren't fully intrusive, but just, hey, create a little bit of opportunity to build a relationship and then therefore go through things together.
And building on that then, don't wait for the key leader or your kids pastor to build that. Do it. If there's someone in your team that you think you're getting along with, be like, hey, after we serve today, after the service, do you want to go down to Westfield? Let's go grab some food. Let's grab lunch and let's just hang out outside of our serving context. If it's an off week, because I know a lot of you would serve fortnightly or monthly, sit together, get each other's numbers, build a WhatsApp group, and then you, as the person initiating, bring like a bag of snakes or Allen's lollies or party mix and make it that, hey, when we sit together hard.
I like that.
It's like there's lollies where like sitting in church is fun because we're doing it in community.
Absolutely.
Which actually then you'll find, and we'll talk about this in the other series, actually helps build team.
I think the final thing is just like people want to be a part of a group that's having fun, just like what you said. So it's within building team. It's within people wanting to stay in teams. Sometimes people are like, retention's hard. Fun helps with that. Like fun is your solution to that. It's not like 100%. We need to make it better, more efficient, or less serving, more serving, whatever. It's literally like, just make it fun. Like there was a time in kids ministry where I chose to serve rather than sitting in. Now, not saying that that's a healthy choice, but it was just because I had so much fun in kids ministry. So yeah,
here we go.
Opportunities.
Fun for kids. Do they want to be there?
Yep.
Fun for families. The home conversations that you create can open the door to faith conversations. And fun for leaders. Serving together is a joy, not a duty. So here's your challenge for this week. I'm adding this in from last week. Find one way to add fun without changing the plan.
Ooh,
so you don't have to change your run sheet. You're going to have to add a new element. What's one thing you can tweak?
Just one.
Just one thing to make it fun. So we'll leave you with that. Hey, like we mentioned at the beginning, we are crowdfunded. We offer our curriculum to churches for free. We never want money to be a barrier between kids and the gospel. And the way we can do that is because of people like you. So if you'd like to partner with us, head over to lmnetwork.com.au/podcast. On the top right, there's a button that says donate. And we'd ask you to be a monthly partner. Consider giving to us monthly, whether it's $5, $10, $20 a month, whatever you can do. Join us, buy us a coffee, help us keep providing this resource to families and churches for free and keep spreading the gospel. And make sure you come back next week because we're looking at foundation number 3, which is make it personal.
Personal.
We'll see you then.